Yes, lieve allemaal. I just want to bring you to some water. And for me, it just symbolize life. Because life is always moving. And I want to compare it to this like stream of water. As you can see, maybe not very clear, but it's always flowing, you see? And I also believe that it is the same with our life. There is always an infinite stream of abundance, of possibilities, of everything, of energy, what is flowing into our life. It's always there. But sometimes there can be things in your life what makes that this stream of life just blocks. So I just want you to walk with me with this small river. And as you can see, there's some tree in the water. You can see? And this tree, it influences the stream of the water. It interrupts it. And sometimes that's also how it can be in our life. Sometimes there are things we don't expect. Maybe we get fired, maybe there's someone who passed away, or there are some other things which you didn't expect from life, but it just, bam, it just drops into your life, into the stream of life. And you have to find another way to flow into life, to let this stream of energy flowing. And you move on. And sometimes you don't remove the obstacles immediately, but it can have some effect. You know, when you keep it like this here, for example, a trauma. Maybe something happened in your past. I need to think about raping or some other stuff. But it can also be some words. It also doesn't have to be always that big, but something what really touched you in this moment. And at that moment it could be so painful that you just ignore. You know, you didn't look again at this tree because it was too painful. This tree symbolized that thing in your life what was so painful. But you know, you see, when it's there, it's interrupting the stream of life. So sometimes it's time for us to see what kind of things are there in our river which is blocking the stream of life in our personal lives. For me, sometimes when I feel like there are things from the past what pops up, and I feel it's something what I didn't, how do you say it, like, didn't transform, what I didn't feel yet, it's time for me to feel. Even when it's sometimes painful, but at least when I feel, then it removes this blockage. Okay? And sometimes in life, it can also be like, you see here? Let me see. There's this one. It's already on the side. Sometimes there also can be other people who help you. You know, you don't have to do it always by yourself. Now I'm the one who just took this stick from the water. But always ask also permission for people when you do it. So, can you imagine? How would your life change if you remove all these blockages in your life? If you are not scared anymore about it? Because I think like scarcity, shame, fear, I think that are the things what can block this stream of life. Because for me, you know, I already sense I heal a lot of things in my life, but of course there are still things what I'm at this moment not aware of. But if I have this attitude of not caring to discover these deep things about myself, or maybe these dark sides about myself, then I don't have to fear. Then I can allow the feeling of sadness or anger or whatever when it comes in that moment, and then I can become more healed Because healing is like becoming healed, like allowing everything, every side of you, what is there. And then, can you imagine how your life would change if you remove these blockages in your life? What would be the effects? What would be the effects on your environment, on your life? For me, I just want to share something like very short, personal. When I guess it was 23, after I divorced, really my mental health was not very well. I was really feeling like kind of depressed, not okay. I was thinking a lot and I didn't know what to do. So I decided to go in therapy for 5 days a week. And I had a judgment about it, really, believe me. I had a judgment about it because I was like, whoa, how you can be so like crazy? You need to have therapy for 5 days? What's wrong with you? All these thoughts. It was not the true image, but it was the image I created in my mind. Imagine if I keep on believing this image, like, Laura, you were in therapy, you needed therapy for 5 days a week. How crazy you are that you need some stuff like this. And then I thought like, no, it takes a lot of courage to face your problems, to go in therapy, to dive deep. It takes so much strength and courage to do this. To face yourself, to face your past, to face your history, but also to face your future. And because I faced it, I changed my image. Because what if I ignore these thoughts about like, Laura, I think you're crazy because you had to be in therapy for 5 days a week. What if I ignore this kind of thoughts? And it will just be on the background the whole time. Because I was scared. I was scared that it would be the truth. But as soon as I was like, just facing it, looking in the eyes, interact with my heart, I was like, no, this is just bullshit. This is bullshit of the mind. This is bullshit of society. It's not the truth. So I want to encourage you to discover the truth. Dare to discover the truth. It can be maybe fearing, but it will really set you free. So, if you have any thoughts, any situations or whatever, what happened in the past, don't let them stop you from being you. Don't let it stop you for getting all these good things from life. Please, don't let it stop you. If you maybe don't have maybe you didn't follow education or whatever, maybe you don't have a degree. Darling, dear people, it's all made by society. When I was on the street for a short period, I know it's going to be a long video, you can switch off if you want, it's okay. I just feel like I have to share this right now. When I was on the street, I meet so many people with also high education. But the main thing for me was it's not about education for me. It's about your heart. Are you able to interact with people? Are you able to interact with yourself? It's not all about education. Don't talk yourself into this negative I don't have a degree, so I don't know if I can make something of life. You can. You can make it. You have so many qualities. Maybe you even develop more qualities because of this way of life. Because school put you in a box, can put you in a box. And it can put you in a box, And sometimes you learn so much more. I see so many people who have not a lot of education maybe, but who are so creative, who are so good in finding solutions for everything, who just keep on going, who have so much pressure to just keep on moving, who just stick to their goal, and I really admire that. I'm like, wow, it's so good. They just keep on pushing themselves. So if you're that person right now who has this thought, Never stop believing yourself, you know. You can do this. Whatever your dream is, you can do this. Believe in yourself and never, 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 never judge yourself by your level of education. Please judge yourself by the level of your heart. And then you will see and discover that there is no judgment in your heart. It's not. It's all created by the mind. So, lovely people, have a lovely evening, have a lovely day, and enjoy your way. Love you. Bye bye. I will give you this beautiful nature shot.